CNN Scott Jennings explains why Trump was right to remove security clearances for Biden family, Hillary, and other Dems. Man, he Scott Jennings drops bombs on here. I mean, he be spitting bars on CNN, and he's killing them because he basically explains like, yeah, these people are not good people. These people have done everything, tried to do everything they can to destroy Trump. So they don't deserve security clearances. I mean, because they make up lies and they make up stories and they try to sway elections and stuff like that. So Scott Jennings is going to eloquently break it down like he always does. So we'll play the clip and we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that Scott Jennings of CNN recently appeared on the Laura Coates show and explained why Trump was right to revoke the security clearances of the Biden family, Hillary Clinton, and other Democrats. Jennings correctly points out that these people repeatedly abused their adjacency to national security in order to use it to go after Trump politically. As an example, Jennings mentioned the 51 so-called intel experts who signed a bogus letter claiming that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. Remember, I'll never forget how much I was getting blasted over that when I was telling people like, yo, these people are straight up lying. The laptop is real. We have the evidence. We got the we listened to the guy that actually went through the laptop, the one that actually turned it into the FBI. You know, so we knew we knew that these 51 intel agents, these spooks, were actually lying. We knew that. But he also suggests that there are too many people in Washington who have this type of clearance anyway, because they really have no reason to have this stuff. So let's get right to the clip here. Here we go. And Scott Jennings posted it on X, on his X account.
When it comes to the Bidens, I mean, given the family's long history of influence peddling and dealings with shady people overseas, I think cutting them off from national security information is frankly a pretty good idea. That's number one. Number two, some of these people and their affiliates and the people they're associated with at the upper reaches of the Democratic Party have proven time and again that they are willing to abuse their adjacency to national security information for political purposes. We all remember the 51 intelligence people who signed the Hunter Biden laptop letter, for instance. And so I think what Donald Trump is doing is sending a strong message. No longer are people like this who float in and out of government going to be able to abuse their national security access for political purposes. And let me just tell you something. What goes around comes around, because as David just said, they cut off Donald Trump in 2021. You want to play the game? Now you got to play it when you're on the other side of the field.
Is there a logical end to the tit for political tat? Is this where it ends?
Look, it'll come to an end when Democrats who go in and out of government stop abusing their access to and adjacency to national security information for political purposes. I mean, there is no doubt that the top reaches of the Democratic Party have used their adjacency and access to this information, and then the fact that people know they have that access, they use that as credibility to then make political arguments against people they don't like, such as Donald Trump. They use that credibility to try to get the news media to report things that they say, such as the Hunter Biden laptop letter. There is a rational basis, Elliot, for doing this, and it's to put a stop to people using this kind of imprimatur for political reasons. So it'll come to an end when people stop abusing this kind of access. And one more issue, I just think far too many people in Washington have this kind of clearance anyway. And many people in both parties have acknowledged there's too many people with security clearances. Maybe this will start a conversation about ratcheting down the number of people who have access to this kind of information.
Let's talk about Norm Eisen and Mark Zaid, who are both attorneys, colleagues of ours as well. And they are among the attorneys are on this list of those who have their access revoked. They have been prominent critics of the president.
They're more than just vocal critics. These are not people who just occasionally pop up.
They're scumbags. They're absolute scumbags for the most part.
and exercise their free speech rights. I mean, Norm is one of the most detestable people I've ever met in this business, and he is like one of the principal architects of the lawfare against Donald Trump. So if I were the president of the United States, you're damn right. I'm not going to let somebody run around with a national security clearance who is out there doing everything in his power to derail my presidency after I was duly elected, not once, but twice. So you know what? Long overdue, and I'm glad he did it.
I mean, what bars? He said, "You damn right. You damn right." Because if they were going after me like that, well, you know, any logical person would be doing what Trump is doing right now. You got enemies. You got people actually coming for you, making up lies and stuff like that, and then they want to be able to keep their security clearance. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? But the Democrats set the precedent for all of this. They don't get to complain now after abusing the system for years to go after Trump. I mean, it's just crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.